In this tutorial, we'll be looking at working with dates and time. We'll be looking at working with dates and time, and we're going to use one of the sample file, and the one we're going to use is upgrade because we need a variables that contain dates and time. Okay, a lot of things can be done using the date and time wizard. Okay, so things that we can do with this, let me open the data that upgrade upgrade. Look at it, upgrade. Let's open it. Okay, like I said, things that can be done using this date and time wizard. You can create a date or a time variable from a string variable containing a date or time. You know, if you go to your variable view, you know we have type, date, date, date. Okay, if you have something like we have numeric comma, we have date, we have string. So we can actually create a date or time variable from a string variable. That's one of what you can do. We can construct a date or a time variable by merging variables containing different parts of the date and time. We can have two different variables that contain different parts of the date and time. So this date and time wizard can match all two of them together to form the date appropriately. We can add or subtract value from date and time variable, including adding or subtracting two dates or time variable. So we have like these two dates now, we can subtract them, we can add them. So let's look at what we have first before we start working. We have customer ID. This is a software company. I'm going to explain this briefly. This is a software company. Okay, this is the customer, they have ID. Date of initial product license, this date of their initial product access. So when the customer come to their company to buy the software, this is the date of the initial product. This is when they buy the license. This is the date they bought the license. Okay, this is the year of tech support with them. The support they will render to that company that bought the software from them. This is the year of tech support. This is the date of last upgrade, and this is the date of the next release. So these are the things you see, and they are already on date and time and date type. So let's go back to data view. So you can see their ID. This is the date they bought the chemical date. This is the date of initial product license. This is the number of years the support we give them. They will support this company for 4 years. This 1998, this 2001. These are the year, these are the dates. Okay, these are the support year. It's a year of tech support to them. This is the last time they did upgrade, and this is the next release. Okay, these are the dates. So now 204, 204, this 203, and so forth. So we are going to perform some operation. The first one we are going to do is we are going to calculate the length of time between two dates. We are going to calculate the length of time between these dates. We can pick this date and this date. We are going to calculate the length of time between two days. So what we are going to do, we are going to go to transform. I am going to look for date and time wizard. You can see it here, date and time wizard. So let's open it. When you open date and time wizard, it will give you a dialog box. All these dialog boxes are what you can do. If you want to know more about date and time, you click on the first one. Learn how dates and time are represented in SPSS statistics. So if you don't know anything, you can click on this and click on next. It will guide you, it will tell you little things about date and time. If not, all this can be done. It says create a date or time variable from a string containing a date or time. Now, this particular one is not highlighted, but why others are highlighted? It means that in the data set that we have here, we don't have any string variable, because it create a data or time, create a date or time variable from a string variable containing a date or time. So when I open it that time, there's not labeled variable, there's no string here, and that is why that particular part is not highlighted. Go back to there, date and time. Okay, that's why it's not highlighted. So others can be done. You can create a date and time variable from variable holding part of date and time. I mean, you have two variables. That one is holding part of the date. The other one is open the, maybe this one is open the containing the months of the date. This one containing the year of the date. And this one you can merge them together. Calculate with date and time. You can do different calculation here with date and time. Different calculation, subtraction, addition, and so on and so forth. Extract a part of the date and time variable. That means you have a variable that contains date and time. You can extract maybe the month out. You can extract the year. You can extract the day using this part. And this also you can use to assign periodicity to a data set. Okay. So what we want to do now? I say we are going to calculate the length of time between two dates. Then we are going to pick what? We are going to go to calculate with date and time. Calculate with date and time. If you do that, you click on next. So when you click on next, you open another page, another dialog box. Add or subtract a duration from a date. Is that what you want to do? Calculate the number of time units between two dates. And what you want to do is I want to calculate the length of time between two days. So we are going to put this on. Calculate the number of time units between two dates. You can calculate an age in year from a birthday and another day. So it's telling you what you can do. Okay, we cannot do this one. Subtract two duration. That's why it's not highlighted. So we pick this one, and you see click what on next. When you click on next, it's not telling you because you want to calculate the length of time between two dates. That means this maybe 2024 and 2020 and 1999. What is the length of time between them? So that was it. So it's telling us date 1 and date 2. It's telling us date 1 and date 2 here. So what we're going to do here now, we're going to start with selecting those dates. We have date 1. So let's select date of next release. Date of next release as date 1. I will explain why we are picking that. Date of next release date 1 and date of last upgrade as date 2. Don't forget that date of last upgrade will come first before date of next release. Date of, if you have the last update, you can do maybe last update in 2020 and next release in 2024. I get me. So this is the date of last upgrade for the customer. Is here. Date of last upgrade for the customer. This particular number one customer, he did his own last upgrade in 2022, 28th of February. While the next release for him, for this particular customer, is 2024, 1st of June. So you are going to subtract date 1 from date 2. And that is why you are seeing they are letting you, so they don't say that date 1 minus date 2. Because this one is bigger. That is date of next release minus date 2. So that you don't do mistake, you don't pick date 2 first. You don't put this particular date here because date 1 is supposed to be the recent date minus date 2, the older date. And what is the unit? Are you looking at month, week, day, hour? We are looking at years. How many years? That's what we are looking at. We are not looking at months. If you want month, you pick the unit. Okay? If you want month, you pick what? You pick the unit. And by default, it comes truncate to integer. Because we are looking at year. So we are not looking at decimal. It will truncate it to what? Integer. That's what we are saying. Not round, but truncate to integer. And once you have done that, you click on the next. Okay? Once you click on next, it will now ask you result variable. Where do you want the result to be? You write it. Let's just call it what we call this one now. Let's call it years last up. Year last up. Let's just keep like that. You can give anything you want to. Let's give year last up. If you look at what I wrote here, it agree with the variable name procedure. You don't put space in between them. You can go to variable label and put whatever you want, and it's optional. If you like, you do it. Like, don't do it. This one is optional. Are you getting me? So, but this one, it must, number one, agree with the standard of naming variable. Number two, it must not be any of the current name. It will not agree. I get what I'm saying now. It will not. It must be unique. It must be unique. It must be. It must not be. So we call it year plus upgrade. So we leave like this. Create the variable name. Yes, now. Create the variable now. Yes, it's okay. Not paste the center into the center. No. Create it now. Just click finish. Look at it there. Year. Let me auto expand it. Year last upgrade. If you look at it between 2024, sorry, 2004 and 2002, 2 years. 2004 and 2002 is telling you 1 year. Why? Because of the month. Because of the month. Okay, this is September. This is 2024. Sorry, this is June. And this is September. So this one has been truncated to 1 year. This one is 0, 2024, 2023. But look at this one. This is June. While this one is July. So it's not up to 1 year. It's truncated to 0. It's not approximate. It's truncated to 0. If the approximate, you'll be saying 1 year. No, it's truncated to 0. So if it's not up to 1 year, by 1 month, it truncated to 0. And that's what happened here. This one is not up to 2 years. Although this one is 1 year. Okay, this is June. This is January. So it's purely 1 year. Okay, so we have created the length. That is, we have created the length of time between these two variables. Let's do another one now. Let's add a duration to a date. Let's just add a duration, maybe 2 years or 3 years to a particular date. What do we do? What do we do? You don't forget in your output, we only write the code for you. We will write the code for you. So if something like this gives you in the exam, don't do magic. The lecturer will mark from here. You will mark your answer. You also know if you do it from this place. Okay, so it's not that you can just okay. So let's add a duration to a date. So what do? We go back to transform. You see, go back to date and time. We are adding, so we see calculate. Okay, and this time around we are add a duration to a date. So we are not picking calculate. We are adding a duration to a date. So click add and you click on next. And when you do this one, it says which date are you adding to. So let's take initial date of initial product license. Date of initial product license. Let's just take that one. Date of initial product license at the date. Okay. So how many years? How many we want to add now? Variable. Duration variable. Okay. Duration variable. Let's pick year of tech support. Because you look at year of tech support, it's a number. Year of tech support. Okay. 4 years, 2 years, 2 years, 4 years, 2 years. So let's add it. The duration variable now. Year of tech support. It's it's going to come. It's going to come as a variable too. Okay, because we are adding a duration to a date. 4 years, 5 years, it can be calculated. So you cannot just enter 4 years, 5 years in that place. It's going to be a duration variable. Okay, so once you have done that, the unit year, the unit of what you're adding is year. You pick it. Once you pick it, we had the subtraction. You click on next, and we ask you the variable name too, just like the other one. We call it anything. Maybe support end date, because what we actually do is support end date, and you can write it very well here. Support end date. That's what we did, because what we did is that we pick the license date. This is the license and the support. This is when they obtain the license. This support now is how many years they will support for them. So we want to know the year the support will end. We are trying to know the year the support to each country and each company will end. So once you have done that and create a variable now and you finish, it's going to give you a date. If you had 4 years to 1998, this is when the support end. So by this date, this company will not be supporting this particular company. This tech company that have this software will stop supporting that is creating a support system to this first company, and so on and so forth. So a company, a tech company, can come for analysis. They want to get all these things, and it can be done using date and time wizard. So it's a very easy thing to use, but it is when you are using date and time, date and time, date and time. Okay, date and time. That's why you can use date and time wizard. Thank you. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that as soon as we release the new video, you can get it. Make sure you also turn on your notification and comment on the video. Also like the video. Thank you very much.